The Giants were a powerhouse in the late 1880s, winning their first two National League pennants and World Championships in 1888 and 1889. But nearly all of the Giants' stars jumped to the upstart newly organized rival Loop, the Players League, whose New York franchise was also named the Giants in 1890. The new team even built a stadium next door to the NL Polo Grounds. With a decimated roster, the NL Giants finished a distant sixth. Attendance took a nosedive, and the financial strain affected Dave's tobacco business as well. The Players League dissolved after the single season, and Day sold a minority interest in his NL Giants to the defunct PL Giants' principal backer, Edward Talcott. As a condition of the sale, Day had to fire Mutrie as manager. Although the Giants rebounded to third place in 1891, Day was forced to sell a controlling interest to Talcott at the end of the season. 4 years later, Talcott sold the Giants to Andrew Friedman, a real estate developer with ties to the Tammany Hall, the political machine of the Democratic Party that ran New York City. Friedman was one of the most detested owners in baseball history, getting into heated disputes with other owners, writers, and his own players, most famously with star pitcher Amos Rusi, author of the first Giants no-hitter. When Friedman offered Rusi only $2,500 for the 1896 season, the disgruntled hurler sat out the entire season. Attendance fell off throughout the league without Rusi, prompting the other owners to chip in $50,000 to get him to return for the 1897 season. Friedman even hired former owner Day as manager for part of the 1899 season. In 1902, after a series of disastrous moves that left the Giants 53.5 games behind the front-runner, Friedman signed John McGraw as player-manager, convincing him to jump in mid-season from the Baltimore Orioles of the fledgling American League and bring with him several of his teammates. McGraw went on to manage the Giants for 3 decades until 1932, one of the longest and most successful tenures in professional sports. Hiring Mr. McGraw, as his players referred to him, was one of Friedman's last significant moves as owner of the Giants, since after that 1902 season he was forced to sell his interest in the club to John T. Brush. McGraw went on to manage the Giants to 9 National League pennants in 1904, 1905 and every year from 1911 through 1913 and 3 World Series championships in 1905, 1921 and 1922, with the 10th pennant and 4th World Championship as Giants owner in 1933 under his handpicked player-manager successor, Bill Terry.